Hello, everybody. What is up? Oh my goodness. Hey, Brandon, are you there? Brandon?
I'm here.
Brandon has joined me for another Mega Show. Should we? Do you think we should continue calling this the Mega Show? Do you think that's a good name for this?
I like it because I go by Mega Potato and there's Mega Show in it, so it's almost like it's about me.
Okay, that's a thought. Like that's a tater. That's a tater
That's it.
thought.
Yeah, I mean,
We're gonna hold on. I'm gonna pick that up here, right? Pick that up and just put it over there. There you go, right over there. So
throw it away.
huh? I do need some. I need some spare. Give me an idea, Brandon. Just give me one. Wow, it's that hard, isn't it? just reach in that old sack of thoughts and pull one out for me.
Yeah, I got nothing.
You got
nothing. I'm not a creative person. We all know this. It's a lie.
You know, sometimes I think I'm being unnecessarily cruel to you, and then I realize I'm being way too nice. So let's say, Brandon, you just gave me a thought. You know, and I'm like, there's a thought. All right, and I can just go, right, and then put it in the bin, right? Like,
hey.
Hey, where's the horn? Where's your little sound effects board? You dropped that.
It never picks it up on the microphone, you said, so I just...
No, it does pick it up on the microphone.
Oh, okay, good. I got it still. Let me
get the horn. Brandon, you're supposed to use that horn when we're getting the party started here at the SketchCraft Megashow.
Let's try it again. You ready?
Okay, do it.
My volume was off.
Couldn't hear anything. Okay, so so your volume on the phone was off? Or
yeah, my volume on the phone was off.
All right, want to try it again now?
Yes. Welcome to the Mega Show.
Alrighty. Just don't talk over it, Brandon. Just do the thing. Don't talk over it. It's so weird, right? Because now it won't pick it up. So here's the thing. Yeah. You got some weird thing where your voice won't pick up the horn, but it used to. So what changed? What filtering did you put on to shut that off? That's what I want to know.
I hit puberty.
So I think there's some kind of noise gate on your microphone that we need to disable. Yeah, and we are going to do that immediately after. Because I missed the horn. It worked, and then somehow that noise gate turned on. And now it only picks up whenever you talk, but you can't hear it because you're talking. That's how it works. So, all right, write that idea down, Brandon. Write that down. Put that in the tater notes.
Got it.
All right. Okay, so that was a fun way to start the show. Well, as everyone, if you notice, when you hang out over here at SketchCraft, when you hang out at SketchCraft Megashow, this is just basically where Brandon and I stop whatever we're doing, regardless of deadlines, and just talk about stuff so we don't have to do this on the phone. Right, Brandon?
That is correct.
Yes. So what are we going to talk about today, Brandon?
Well, I mean, since we're already starting off on a great note, do you know what was supposed to come out this weekend?
E3 2019?
No,
that's what the doc says. 2019. That's 2 years ago, Brandon. We have a document, folks. We put all the topics in that Brandon sets up the document, and he kept in the old tab that says E3 2019. That's great.
That's awesome. How we roll.
It's good attention to detail, Brandon. Oh man. All right, Brandon. Hey, I like to think I've grown, right? Because I think the Rob from 4 years ago would just reap through the internet and kill you, right? Like
probably, pretty much.
Yeah, I know.
You would send me pleasant texts while we're recording, like you're gonna die after this, and I'm like, oh yay.
Yeah. All right. So let's. What was supposed to happen this weekend, Brandon?
Batman.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, the Batman was supposed to come out this weekend. It was the release date was initially this weekend. And
legitimately missed that, Brandon. Good call.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this week, and I was really bummed out about that. I was like, I was looking at stuff, and I was looking at the Batman stuff, and they're like, yeah, remember this was supposed to come out this weekend, and I'm like, oh,
You, you could have waited a whole year,
I
right?
did.
That's worth it,
I
right?
waited a long time.
Get to wait another whole year for this movie
I
about a
know.
guy who will at the end become Batman, right? I mean, he'll be the Batman at the beginning, but you know what I mean. Like everyone else will become the villains.
Yeah. Since it's such a special effects driven movie, I'm sure they'll need a whole year to do all the edits and all the.
Hey, remember when the BVS was being made and they delayed that a whole nother year? People forget that. It happened.
Nope.
Remember how great that? Oh yeah, you forget because I don't know, maybe like 15 other Marvel things happened in between that and then, but it happened, and that was worth the wait, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was worth the wait.
all these people feeding us these lies and fucking making us believe something good's gonna happen, and then look what happens.
Well, they don't want to lose any money on this. They want the maximum amounts of moolahs when this Batman movie drops. Although I hear Fast 9 this weekend made $70 million at the box office, so maybe it should have come out this weekend. Like maybe this was the weekend it should have come, but I think they had to go back and shoot it, so it's not even ready to go. Like they had to stop shooting.
They're doing reshoots and all kind of stuff.
Well, it's very hard to tell a story about a man who dresses up as a bat and solves crimes, Brandon.
And just beats people up in an alley.
Yeah. It's not as complicated as something like an Endgame or a WandaVision or a Loki show
or a Shang-Chi
or a Black Widow movie or an Eternals. It's not as complicated as all. This is about a man who dresses up as a bat and solves crimes. So that takes a lot of planning. Like they started developing this in 2016. You know that?
No, but I can imagine.
That's when they signed up for it. 2016. Matt Reeves signed after the BVS tanked. Matt Reeves got the job. And so it's 2016 or 2017. So around there, right? I'm a little fuzzy on that. Probably 2017, but around there. And then they started shooting, 3 or 4 years later, because that takes a long time, Aaron. Remember, got to put the old bats in the oven there. You got to incubate the bats ideas. And got to do the research. Got to actually go to Nepal or the hinterlands and train with ninjas. You know what I mean? They got to you got to actually meet Liam Neeson somewhere in the Orient and
because if you don't, he will find you.
Yeah. You got to do all those things, and then you will be ready to write a Batman script, and then start shooting it. And actually, they shot in 2019, I think, is when they started, right? And it's supposed to come out, and then 2020 happened, and that was horrific, and it'll be 2022. So what we're saying, Brandon, is by the time Batman Matt Reeves' The Batman comes out, Avatar 2 will be out. That's how long it took. What if it comes out after Avatar 2? What if they push it back another year?
Then I'm just gonna wait and watch it on HBO Max. I'm not. I was. Batman might be the one thing to get me to go to a theater, but I might just HBO Max it.
For as long as it takes to develop a Batman movie, one could actually become Batman. You know what I mean?
Right. I feel like I could have during COVID trained as hard as a Batman would and learned kung fu probably on YouTube and gone out and now fought crime. Yeah, I could at least put a GoPro on me, dress up in some dark clothing. Yeah. I'm a big enough guy. I can make it work.
But how far can you run? How far can you run though? How good's your cardio? Can you
it's not bad. Not bad. My size, I mean, I only got to run from my car to where the fighting is, where the fighting's at, like Batman would. I just jump out of the car, and then self park it, and then fight, and then get back in the car. Right. And then people be like, "Why the fuck is Kingpin beating the shit out of people?" And I'm like, "I'm fucking Batman." All right, D'Onofrio.
Wouldn't it be funny? Yeah. If everyone mistook Bruce Wayne for Kingpin.
Okay. Would you like my first topic?
That was your first topic. What's the second topic?
Topic is, what is the biggest lie Rob was told going into the quote comic book industry / Same for video games.
What do you mean,
And
like pros?
I can embellish on that. So when you were first doing all the original Comic Cons and you were showing people your portfolios and some you didn't and things like that, what was like the biggest? I call it a lie because maybe people tell you, oh, this is how it has to go or this is what it's going to be like, and then once you actually got into the industry, whether it be through T-shirts or Game Informer covers or comic book covers, which you did, what was like something you found out that like was total bullshit? You wish you didn't listen to them, or people just fed you the same lie that you wish they wouldn't had? Because I'm sure there's got to be stuff that people told you that you're just like, that made no impact on my career, and I really wish I didn't listen to them.
Well, I was lucky that a lot of the artists were honest with me back in the 90s,
Uh-huh.
So a lot of what they said kind of held up over time. But the one thing I can say that they all got wrong was that manga was never going to sell in the United States. Like anime styles, manga styles,
Really?
manga. Yeah. I was told never put that in your art or be influenced by that. That is pointless.
Was
You
that
know,
pre or post Joe Mad explosion?
that's during Joe Mad. That's when Battle
Oh,
Chasers.
really?
Yeah, it was during Battle Chasers, even X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
still were like, get out
Well,
of here
that's
with
Joe
that.
Mad. That's Joe. That's Joe Mad. That's Joe.
Oh,
And then they told me never draw like Scotty Young around 2003. Like that's street stuff. It's going nowhere. The old
yeah.
Scotty Young's going nowhere. Yeah.
I mean, because I know a lot of times people try to change the way you draw or tell you same thing where you shouldn't draw people like this or styles like that. But it's always been like whenever you just do your own way of wanting to do it, it's been a lot better for you mentally and I think artistically. And I think, like you're saying, where like don't draw Western style or don't draw, manga style. But I mean, obviously your style has a lot of Asian influence, and it looks dope. So, I read all these negative comments and people are like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, or once you become a pro, you can't do this. And I'm like, does anybody really have a set guidelines on what you know they're talking about? I mean, there's things like deadlines and being consistent, but
the deadlines I felt were always unimportant.
really,
That was probably a big lie when they go deadlines. You have to make your deadlines. I'm like, no one at Image ever made their deadlines. Well, that was Image. I'm like, all right. Well, the editor in chief at Marvel Comics to this day is Joe Quesada, and Joe Quesada never met a deadline.
oh no, never.
Still waiting for Daredevil Father to finish. I think. Right? Did that ever actually?
I don't. I stopped reading it. I wasn't.
It's drawn so weirdly. Even for me, I'm like, that's a bridge too far for Rob.
Daredevil upper body.
Well, I don't know where he's going with it. I mean, I love me some cartoony stuff. I don't know what that is. So,
Yeah.
But I'm like, it seems to me Jim Lee, right? Jim Lee running DC for how many years now?
10, 12.
Yeah, don't meet
13,
deadlines. He just straight up didn't finish All-Star Batman. Scripts are
Right.
done. Just started what 2 issues of Wildcats? That went away. Remember Wildcats 3.0 or whatever,
Yeah.
or 4.0 or whatever it was, 2009 or 10. Right? Started that 1 issue, I think, went away. So
I mean, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
what?
I was gonna say I've seen people be like, Rob, well, I need this art by this weekend so we can get it out, and then it
Yeah.
turns out these people didn't need the art for like
No.
another 2 weeks or 3 weeks or
They just want
they
just want to ruin your weekend.
yeah.
I throw it back on them now when I'm freelancing, right?
Uh-huh.
I go, yeah, I'll have this in a couple days. I tell it to them on a Wednesday. So I turn in on Friday and they're supposed to give me notes, but then they don't look at it till Monday.
Right.
See what I mean? So they either have to stay over the weekend to give me their notes or they have to wait till Monday.
Genius.
So I always turn things in at the middle of the day, end of the day on Friday. Right up to the end, wherever it is. I look at the time zones. Sometimes if I'm working with someone in Japan or Germany or the UK, I just go, all right, and then that's when I turn it in. So it's their weekend. And I don't ever say Friday. It'll be there Friday. I just wait till Wednesday to go, yeah, it'll be a couple days, like 24, 48 hours. I don't have this and then I'll have that. And even if like it's an initial sketch, I'll start the initial sketch on a Wednesday and then I do the math so that it always ends up being on a Friday that they have to make decisions or over the weekend, right?
Well played, sir. Well played.
Oh, you know what, Brandon? You stick in this game long enough, and look, that's a SketchCraft secret, folks. You know, like don't go sharing that. But
Right. For all 5 of our listeners and the 10 bots.
hey, you know what? Them bots could learn a thing or two how to deal with this. But yeah, that's what they want to do. Is they want to ruin your weekend. So
Do you have anything like that with the video game industry? Like, not to throw anybody under the bus or anything, but is there something maybe like you've really hated so far about the video game industry, or something you wish you would have known?
No,
Or
I've been reading game development magazines and interviews since the 90s. I mean, I've always had one foot in that industry. My friends who got on the game development. I just didn't get into game development because I told you I was back in 2005, all the places I ever got interviews to went out of business because of the consolidations. So
yeah,
I had an art interview at Red Lion Studios, and the day of my interview was the day EA announced the exclusive NFL license, and Red Lion made game day. So that was out of that one, you know.
Rob brings the death.
Yeah, I had another thing with Death Jr. and then the recession hit and that studio folded. Backbone Entertainment went out of business. So, you know, there you go. There went that one.
Oh
And
goodness!
then
Keep
yeah, I
going.
know, right? And then and
I
then I
like
was
where this is
working
going.
for these guys, right, that were doing these small independent little like mobile like detective games and stuff. And
Uh-huh.
they got the license for Firefly and started a Firefly MMO, kickstarted it, and then I don't know where they went. No one knows. So I didn't get to work on any of that. I don't know. They disappeared. And then, uh-huh.
This
And
is like the
then,
crime documentary. So Rob
yeah,
went to work at 8:55 to this company, and then they were never seen from again.
yeah. My whole career is filled with. And then I worked with, Toys for Bob and got to do Spyro and Crash. And then, we don't talk about what happened after that. NDA, that happened. NDA happened. So now here we are. And I've worked for a few I can't mention yet.
Is it MDA or NDA?
NDA, as in nachos, Doritos, avocado.
There we go.
Right? Yes, I know the actual military nomenclature, but who cares?
Where Rob goes, death follows.
Right? I know it's tough, man. I warned them at Toys R. I'm like, when you hire me, you got like a 2-year window. And they got a little bit beyond that, but it was tough, man. It was tough.
You
It
know,
was tough.
come to think of it, I had hair on my head before I met you,
Hmm.
and I was in shape.
Hmm. No, you weren't.
No, I was
You were
not.
not in shape. Get out of here.
I was not.
Matter of fact, you were way more out of shape when I first met you in 2007. Yeah. You were a tubby dude then. Now you're like a burly guy.
Yeah, I mean, I got in
Yeah.
good shape about 2 years ago, and then I tore my bicep, and then I went back to gaining weight, and that was. Anyways,
This went well.
so,
So.
yeah.
Wow, Brandon,
let's.
you're having a night, aren't you?
I know.
I
Let's
know.
loop back to Batman stuff, which is
Okay.
actually Flash stuff. Did you see? And I didn't put a link in there because I couldn't find any like super high quality that I liked pictures of. Michael Keaton is officially back on set as Bruce Wayne on the Flash movie. Have you seen any of that?
Yes, I did.
Do you think we will actually see him suit up?
Yes, we will.
Oh, God, that's gonna be. It's gonna be
Yes.
glorious.
Yes,
It's
it will
gonna be
be.
so beautiful.
And there's a good chance we'll see it before this new Batman movie.
Right?
Put it this way, it takes so long to develop a new Batman movie that Michael Keaton comes back as Batman and is Batman before a new Batman movie. That's how long it takes.
That's so. It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Makes perfect sense, Brandon. Don't you understand? The simulation is crumbling.
Yeah, it's breaking around us.
Yes.
I hope he is super over the top crazy Keaton like he was when like the Joker shoots him and he goes, "You want to get crazy?" I want old man crazy Batman, like just ruthless. I want him to be pretty cool. I don't want him to be like boring old man
You
kind of
saw him in
Batman.
Homecoming, bro. He brought the goods in
Yeah.
Homecoming.
Yeah, he was great in Homecoming as the Vulture. He was just like intense. And you're like, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. That like, just kind of maybe gone a little crazy Keaton Batman.
Anytime Michael Keaton leans over a seat and looks at you, you know you're in for it. He goes, you right? And you're like, oh no, he licked the chops. Oh no.
Yeah. He
Oh no, here it
scuffs a little
comes.
bit and he leans
Yeah.
forward. He's got his hands together. You're like, oh shit, you're fucked. You're just like, this is not good.
I know who you are. Remember that scene in Batman when he goes to Joker? I know who you are.
Yeah.
People don't remember it, but go back and watch the film. You'll see that scene I'm talking. Pay attention, folks.
All right. Let's keep it going. Happy news. I got a link in there.
Just for the record, I want everyone to know when Zack Snyder went to Comic-Con in 2013, right after Man of Steel.
You watch your words carefully,
when
sir.
Zack Snyder went to Comic-Con and he had the guy who played Mattis, the General Mattis, he read the quote from The Dark Knight Returns, right? No, I want you to know who beat you, Bruce. It was him announcing like a Dark Knight Returns like sequel called Batman, Superman, or whatever. And I just want for the record to say my choice for Batman to come back as an old Batman was Michael Keaton. I said just bring Keaton back from this is the Burton universe. You know,
yeah,
that was
my
have
Michael Keaton next to Henry Cavill. Like,
then he has to build a tech suit, bro, a real tech suit, not just an armor.
But like, Michael Keaton's small. He's like what, 5'9"?
Are we doing this, Brandon? Are we doing this? Who's bigger or shorter thing again? Are we back to that? You know,
I'm just.
Do you
I know we can do movie magic.
Do you understand how short Robert Downey Jr. is compared to everyone? Do you know how short he is?
He stands on the shoulders of success
and a soapbox. So I'm just letting you know he's not that tall either, bro. And you never thought about it. So you know.
I just say, like, I think of Henry Cavill. He's like he is Superman. He's such a big dude.
By the way, Henry Cavill can't really fly. You know, so you know we have the technology, Brandon.
We could build him.
Yes.
That's my dumb thing I said tonight, and I'm going to try to avoid any other dumb things so you can't jump on it and have your little quips.
Oh, no. I believe you will break your one rule.
I probably will.
Like all the little innuendos? Are we doing good?
Yeah, yes. Wendys turned their store into a Mortys. Did you see this? I sent you a link.
The Wendys turned into a Mortys, a Rick and Morty.
Into a Mortys. Like, even the logo alone is Morty with like the red Wendys hair and this look on his face. Oh, I love it so much. They even had Pickle Rick milkshakes, I guess.
It's horrible.
So they had pickle milkshakes. Yeah. They had all kind of like weird, and it's great. People waited 3.5 hours in line to drive through this and order food. The cool part is, though, a lot of them got to take like they took pictures of people, so like you had them. So like when you're coming out of like Rick's mouth or Morty's mouth, they took a picture for you and emailed it to you or whatnot. So you got like a pickle Rick milkshake, different food, and you got to watch some cool scenes and be a part of the whole interactive drive-through and get your picture taken coming out of a giant Morty. It's kind of like when they did that whole Rick car, that giant Rick car, and they drove it around.
Sure.
And you got a bunch of free stuff. I like promotion things like that. I really wish I lived in California sometimes.
I was going to say this has to be in LA, right?
Yeah, it's in that area. Something like that. I don't know the exact
Panorama.
location.
Yeah, it's in LA. Yeah, Panorama City.
It's kind of like when they did a couple weeks ago, or I don't know, what was it, 2 months ago?
It was a Pickle Frosty.
Yeah, Pickle Frosty. Sorry,
horrific. And the Jerry's single. It must be a little patty by itself.
Yeah, because he's single.
Bun. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, Jerry's single. God bless him. This is why I love Kevin Smith with the movie pop-ups and stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
It never gets old.
It's cool things like that. I wanted to go to the Mitchells versus the Machines one because they were giving out like these free. Yeah, go ahead.
No, finish your thought. I got a thought though.
Oh, they had the free little pug dog dolls, and Jessica would have loved that. That's her favorite character. But go ahead.
Okay, right now, if you can pick any property, not excluding the ones we talked about, that could get their own little store conversion, what would it be, and what store would you convert? It's a good question. Right? And by the way, hold on. Oh. And I want you folks, if you're listening, I want you to share in the comments below. Let us know what property. Right? Cartoon, comic book, whatever you want. Right? Let's make it a cartoon. It needs to be a cartoon. What cartoon, past or present, right? Doesn't have to be past or present. And what fast food restaurant Post it below. So Brandon, I guess you sure you don't want to think about it now.
Nope, I'm already good.
You're gonna get the one shot. You're gonna get the like Eminem said, you're only gonna get the one shot, buddy. This is it.
I'm already locked and loaded. I'm ready to go.
Wait. All right, go ahead. Tell me.
I would change Papa John's into a TMNT from the 80s cartoon into that. That would be my store. That would be a TMNT pizza place.
And it's a Papa John's?
That's the only fast food pizza place I could think of that is like has a lot of different toppings that are.
Hold on. That's what I think of that. Papa John's. You had a good as your idea. All right, like good idea. Bad with the Papa John's, bro.
I don't like
idea.
I don't like fast food pizza places.
Pizza Hut or Domino's. Domino's if it's the movie. Pizza Hut if it's for the cartoon. Right?
Pizza Hut for the cartoon.
Thank you.
Yes, but I like local pizzerias. But you said fast food joints. So the first place that I thought of when it comes to fast food pizza is Papa John's. That is not good quality.
Here's what it should be, right? It should be Pizza Hut, turtles, and they get a turtle delivery van.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. That would be
actual
glorious.
Turtle van delivers the pizzas. How great is that?
Oh, I would love the F out of that.
So that's a good one.
Yeah, that would be my go-to. And like, oh, that'd be so cool. You go there and it's like their lair, or even you have the Technodrome part of it outside. Oh, that'd be so cool. I would love that. Do you have one?
I have one.
Go ahead.
All right. So in the 80s and early 90s in LA, there was a sit-in restaurant chain that was like Chili's called Spoons. Basically, it was a Chili's.
Spoons.
Spoons. Yeah, it's Spoons. That's where I went and got I used to get this triple bean nacho, and I'd get the worst gas and drive my aunt crazy in the car coming back, just tooting all. Yeah, I know. It was my one time to be a little annoying kid, but Spoons was my favorite. And so I would bring back Spoons and get it, the Tick. Yes, the Tick. Spoons.
Well played.
Right? And then you could have like the section for the sidekicks lounge where you just drop off your kids. Right? The sidekicks lounge. And that would be the little ball pit area, and there'd be the table for
Tick is relevant. I mean, he's got the newer series on Amazon Prime that isn't bad.
I enjoy it actually. Yeah, I enjoy it.
I finished season 2 and I liked it, and they keep the whole mysterious part of the Tick, and Arthur's fun, and it turned out good. So I mean, that's not a bad idea. You can get little Tick antlers, maybe with your kids' meal kind of thing, or I would rock that.
Controversial opinion. You want to hear it? The Tick TV show, the live action one, better than the Superman show on CW.
Yeah.
That's right. I said it, folks.
I agree. I stopped watching it after I think 2 or 3 episodes, and now I just watch clips on YouTube to catch me up on the story.
I kept feeling like these kids were like the ones who auditioned for Cobra Kai and got turned down. You know what I mean? Like he met the girl and she's got the boyfriend. I'm like, this is this is like secondhand Cobra Kai. Not that Cobra Kai is the most, you know what I mean? It's fun, cheesy stuff. It's not the most in depth. I always feel, folks, I don't know if you've heard me say this, but I'm going to say it again. I always feel like the best way to end Cobra Kai is they all become the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Like I really just feel like these are the next Power Rangers, these kids.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the Cobra Kai Power Rangers crossover from IDW.
Mm-hmm.
So again, leave your comments and below. Let us know what cartoon and what fast food restaurant, whatever you would like to pair it up with them. And let's just leave the Papa John's out of it, Brandon. Jesus.
Sorry.
Oh, damn, man. All right, Brandon, what else we got?
So, I had to come to terms with a little realization this past week. And you've said it to me many times, and it's always true, that the amount of likes you get on a piece of art do not equal money, and it does not hold value over if the art is good or if the art is bad.
Are you still waiting for that internet check, Brandon?
I posted a picture of a punk rock Hulk on my Instagram. You can go follow me on my Instagram, Mega Potato Show. Plug. and it got like 35 likes, I believe, you know? And I don't have a lot of followers, which Rob has pointed out, but I do have 600 followers. And out of my 600 followers, only 30 of them liked it. And I'm not going to lie, it kind of hurt for a day or two. And then I had to realize, like you said, that the amount of likes don't equal money and or
You
exposure.
got more likes for the little Mega Man dib.
I know. I know.
Or how about just the little orange kid yelling with the nipples, right?
Yep.
And you got a little less likes for the potato.
and the Mega Man got like 290 likes or something.
Oh, the marker one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So, I really like that Hulk a lot. I like that I really tried hard as far as perspective and shapes, like the bracelets and things. So, just to see it's only 30 some likes, it's a hit to the gut.
Your
as an
wife in
artist.
that Halloween outfit has 103 likes.
Yep.
Is that Bob's Burgers? Is that what you guys are doing there?
Yeah, that's what we were. Yeah. Or I was Louise. It's the little angry girl with the pink ears. That got way more likes than art I spent a lot of time on to make. But, you could either really just sit there, like they say, and feel sorry for yourself, or you can keep on going. So, I'm finishing up an Electra piece, and then I drew something the last day or two that I'll show Rob, which he'll hate. But, sometimes it's a gut check when you're like, Rob jokes, oh, you only have 600 followers, but he's able to do that because, he helps me and I don't give a damn. But when I do only get like 30 likes, I'm like, man, I'm just going to destroy my Cintiq and go play video games. Like, it's a gut check. I mean, you're so far in your career to where you've worked on magazines, you've worked on video games, you've done all that. But does that ever get to you a little bit when you really put out a piece you really thought, like, oh, this one's going to be pretty awesome, and then it doesn't do as well as it should or as you thought? Does it ever bug you, or are you kind of past that in your career?
I don't know what you just asked. Rephrase that again.
Okay. If you don't get a lot of likes on something that you put a lot of effort into, does it ever bug you?
No.
Doesn't phase you at this point in your career anymore, where you're kind of just like,
nope, don't care.
Just go on to the next piece.
Don't give 2 cents about it. Here's the way I look at it. These platforms come and go. Like, there won't be an Instagram at some point. There won't. And I can prove it to you folks. When I bring up DeviantArt, which currently exists, people tell me it doesn't exist. It's still there, and people tell me, nah, it's not. I'm like, it's right there. No, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But there was a board I used to post all my stuff on before DeviantArt called Shangline Sketchboard Sessions. That's gone. And that's where Lead Heavy started. The whole group of guys, Sean Galloway, Scotty Young, they all started there.
Yeah.
So like this stuff will go away at some point. So all I'm trying to do is find people who are interested in the kinds of things I'm creating to follow, and engage, and hopefully sign up to buy some stuff that I make down the way, right? But ultimately, it's really just to put myself out there for future employers to find my stuff and go, we like what you do. That's how I got the Game Informer cover, and Crash Jobs, all the stuff is this way.
Yeah.
So, it helps. More likes gets more engagement, but it's not a reflection of quality. I mean, let me give you a case. I have a friend. I'm not going to say who he is, but he's a really good artist. His day job is construction. Okay? Or air conditioning or something like that, right? Something that the guy's always out in the weather. Breaks my heart, right? Fucking hardworking dude. Super good guy. Good artist. When I met him, he had like 20,000 likes. Now he's up to like 80,000. He's kicking ass, right? Chris Sanders, inventor of Lilo and Stitch, has 35,000, 37,000, 38,000 followers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think this guy would tell you he's a better artist than Chris Sanders, But the platform is about it's about engagement, and sometimes your stuff engages with people in ways that, doesn't. And I tend to think, with anything else, that engagement algorithm, that's, for the lack of a better thing, I can't tell you it's an algorithm, that However it works, and it constantly changes, and they don't tell you. However it works is however it works. Like, I know Ashley, not to put words in her mouth or speak for her, she's always like, what do you think about this? And how about the algorithm? And she's always trying to like tell me how it's cute. Every now and then she figures out the internet. And I go, look, I know you I know you figured it out, and I don't want to be that guy to tell you haven't, but give it a few months and then there'll be something else,
Right.
And now she's at the point where she just gets on with her art, more for the better, because her fucking art is really awesome. So she's been coloring some of her Velvania stuff. It's coming out really great.
Oh,
It's
like
coming out really good. So she hasn't brought that up to me in a year or two, but she used to all the time. And I'm like, you're gonna get these waves, these pockets of people who engage, and then they're gonna go away, and then you'll get more waves, and then they'll go away. So on my Facebook page, I somehow have 178,000 followers.
Jesus.
But I can't say that I get any, what does 1,000 likes or 100 likes on anything mean? None of it means anything. When the day comes and you're like, I got commissions open, how many commissions do they buy?
Right.
This is why, you see people who, when they get up a Kickstarter, they go, I got all these followers, but none of them are buying the Kickstarter. I'm like, because they don't cross over. The people who buy things on Kickstarter or Indiegogo or any other crowdfunding platform usually come from within that platform. They don't transfer over from your social medias into the realm of spending actual money.
Yeah.
So that's just a part of the reality. So my social media is really just for me, and has always been since day one. I want to say I really started my social media around 2004, 2005. Has always been about showing my work, how I arrived at something. Because I used to, when I would do something, even in school and college, like not at high school, but college, I would turn something in and they would go, well, where'd you get that from? Or how'd you do it? Basically referencing that I somehow stole my work.
Right.
So I always put these work in progress pics so that I can always go back to, here's how I developed the whole thing from start to finish. That's why I'm just not concerned with, whether something gets 1,000. Because then what happens is, if, let's say you think that it means something. You're like, Rob, it does mean something. I got this 3,000 likes and this turned in, okay, great. But the minute you don't get that, then you're going to feel like you have to make the same thing over and over again to get that engagement.
Right.
Like it can really box you in creatively if you feel like there's an expectation to creation that I don't ever feel. That's why, like, this week I started doing portraits again, which I haven't done, I don't know, 15 years. And my wife was like, why are you doing that again? I'm like, I don't know, felt like it. I could see the shapes now.
I've never seen you do portraits, and I've known you for 12 years.
I quit doing. That's why when people go, you could draw people. I can. I just don't. Well, you can draw the. Okay, now I'm drawing people. Oh, that's how I draw people. That's what I just, when I want new shapes, I go back and then I just find something new that is fun to do, and I just don't make an announcement and I don't explain it. I just start. You see me. I just start doing it.
Right.
It interests me, and the more you do that, you're going to lead to things that you find creatively. You found that Hulk to be creatively fulfilling, right?
It was fun. I liked it because I like punk rock music. My favorite band is a punk kind of sublime-ish band, and so I thought, why not a punk rock Hulk was cool. We both talked about it. We thought it was cool.
So a couple of things I would say to that. So one, I would take away is that the audience that would like that sort of thing isn't currently engaging with your art. So that's a new audience.
Yeah.
So you just got to consider, like, that will find people who like that sort of thing. Because the way the algorithms, quote unquote, work is that they keep showing you more of what you like. So the current people that are in your group of followers don't care for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Two, it may have nothing to do with the rendering or the quality of art, rather than the idea wasn't a mass market winner. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just apply what you learned to the next idea, or you say, how could I push this punk rock Hulk into something that's more readable? Like if I had to pitch this as an idea, and they go, we like the idea, we like how we like your ability to draw, we just don't like that concept. Rethink it. How could you push? And we call it plussing in the industry, right? How could you plus this idea further? It doesn't mean keep drawing over the same drawing. It means go back to formula, write down punk rock, get your reference, get the fucking thing, and then actually build something that reads clear. Yeah. It could still go nowhere, but that's how you develop right. concepts. That's how you develop concepts. So Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Mario and Zelda and Donkey Kong and all that stuff, had a saying about stuff at Nintendo when they would put out things or not put out things. And he would say, there's no bad ideas, just bad timing. Sometimes your ideas just have bad timing. 2 years from now, there could be a whole wave of like music Marvel stuff. And then the punk rock you get like 1 million hits because it somehow made the rounds again. You never know. That's why that's why I don't think about social media in that way. I don't think about it as in I put something into the machine and the machine has to return a result.
Right.
That is not the way to think about this.
I didn't think about when we were making it like, oh, the punk rock Hulk is what everybody would love. I just thought it was a cool concept of him just being a rager punker, going to a concert thing. I thought that was cool. We both talked about it. I was like, yeah, that's different. It's a cool idea. So I didn't think of it as getting. I didn't expect to get like, 1,000 likes or be featured on anything. I just thought at least.
Here's the real kicker, Brandon. Here's the real twist in the gut. When Punk Rock Hulk shows up in a movie wearing the exact same thing,
right,
right, and everyone says how great it is, and it's probably the best superhero Hulk movie ever made. That's when you're gonna feel it. No one didn't know what he cared.
What do you know about that?
But the only people who did care made a whole thing out of it.
Right.
Huh. Yes.
I bet that's it.
We got time for one more topic, Brandon. One more topic on the Mega Show.
Do you want to talk toys or video games?
That's a good question, Brandon.
Hasbro launched a whole Age of Apocalypse X-Men toys. And they're pretty cool. They're pretty articulated. They have the very Joe Mad feel to them.
Sort of.
Sort of. I mean, as best they could do.
No, not could. Willing to do because they don't want him to get any credit.
Right. But, Rogue's got the cool, kind of anime hair. Yeah, I guess so. Baccello, yeah, the little thicker. But I like the Rogue a lot.
She should look more like... He drew her very similar to Ghost in the Shell. Yeah. This is more...
Country bumpkin.
They're not bad. It's
They're
just...
not bad.
It's like when the Americans adapt a manga.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. Mafex did Age of Apocalypse Magneto. It's like $100 It's crazy.
Is that the one I showed you with the
where the mask in the center is black and it just has the white eyeballs? That's so good.
So what they did was with the toy, they inside the helmet they blacked out his face and then had the eyes white to make it look glowing like it does in the comic book, where you can't see into his helmet, you just see those eyes glowing, and it looks beautiful. But not everybody can afford those. These are probably like, I don't know, what do you think, $20 at Target, I imagine?
Yeah, so these figures, they're leagues above what Toy Biz and them were doing in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they could look like the artists' renditions. Like that Sabretooth don't look nothing like... Where's Wild Child?
I don't know.
There's no
I
Wild
don't see
Child.
him here.
Yeah, see, Wild Child needs to be on his back. Even if it didn't move, you know what I mean? Like it was just like a solid Wild Child that sat on his... That is weird. Yeah. Needs a big chain with Wild Child on there.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's a good Sabretooth sculpt, but it's not Joe Mad Sabretooth.
Right.
I don't want to take the pee-pee out of you. I don't want to take the piss out of you there, buddy. But, I come into it for the artist versions of stuff, So
Yeah.
like when DC has that long Halloween animated film coming out, and it don't look like Tim Sale's art, I
don't care.
watch something else.
Yeah.
I'll say this:
I'm
I
not.
think out of all of these, so the ones that look closest to their comic book renditions is the Colossus that you
Yeah.
piece together in the build, and the Cyclops. Cyclops looks
Yes.
pretty close to the Andy Kubert. These definitely look like Andy Kubert drew all the versions, like, which makes me. Let's get a little conspiratorial here, folks. Makes me think it's Marvel just being like, we're just representing the Kubert brothers again, like in everything we do. Yeah, like why is that's Proteus. No one knows Proteus caused Age of Apocalypse. No one remembers that. Would you rather have a Proteus or a Wild Child?
Wild Child.
I mean, no one, dude, no one that is okay. This is my complaint. This thin dude, the Proteus with the big head, that should be Wild Child. Bro, it's the first time I ever remember seeing Proteus concerning Age of Apocalypse. I mean, I know it happened in the one issue, but no one remembers that.
Right. For those that don't know, he also goes by Legion.
Yeah, so it's whatever. But that is a dumb idea.
Yeah, nobody's gonna buy that one. That's gonna be the least.
You got it
have
because you
to buy
have
it.
to
You
get
gotta
that
buy it
fucking
because you
leg.
need the leg.
Fucking, that's what I'm saying. Dicks, dude. Like that. Well, I'm not buying it. What do I care? Have at it. Have at it, Oz. It's a shame. And I don't care for that Iron Man sculpt too much. I mean, sorry, Iceman. Sorry. And I love the Joe Mad Iceman.
Yeah, this Iceman is just I don't know. You only
It
buy it
should
for
have
the
gone
arm.
opaque to clear. So like the face is opaque, then it goes to clear body, and the ends of the hands are opaque, and you know what I mean? Like, so you can see it because you can't see the face when he's.
Rob, that would require effort and thinking. You're not.
These are Marvel Legends figures, right? They're supposed to be the cream of the crop. Well,
Right.
that's what I would pitch, but hey, oh well. They're cool though. I mean, I guess they're better. They're millions of years beyond what they would have done in the 90s. I'm not even gonna like pretend that,
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna get these?
Not at all.
You brought you yawn into the mic. All right, we got one more topic, Brandon.
Which I should have went into after the Pizza Hut thing, but that's fine. We bounce around. Shredder's Revenge, which is a new Ninja Turtles video game coming out based on the old TMNT Turtles in Time, is a new TMNT game with homage to the Turtles in Time, the Turtles arcade game from back in the day, from SNES and all that. And it looks beautiful. It looks fun. I'm super excited for it. It's got such cool things, like each turtle runs differently, which doesn't seem like a big deal to maybe a lot of new gamers, but for me it is, because it's just little things that are cool about that, where you got like each turtle runs different, moves different. Yeah,
the way they run reminds me of that live action video I showed you with the 4 Asian guys playing as each turtle, right?
Yeah.
It's like they had to watch that.
It's just, it's little things like that are going to make it cool. Obviously, it's an HD, but it's still pixelated. It looks fun. You got Raphael looking with the attitude, Michelangelo running with the whole goofiness, and it's going to be a great game. I want to buy it on the Switch. I'm super excited. I keep my Switch in my bedroom, so to probably every night before I go to bed, maybe play this, to get tired. That's going to be fun for me. So, you going to buy it, Rob? You going to get it?
Yeah, it's great.
Would you get it on your Switch or your PlayStation? What would you get it on?
Probably the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so weird and dorky, I guess, to me, but I feel like playing it on a Nintendo system just has that feel.
Because you're like me, you're old. You remember.
Yeah. Yeah, it just makes me feel like when I used to play my regular Nintendo, which I still have. I still have my original Nintendo that I got when I was 3, 5, 4. I don't know. I was young. But I still have it. With the Nintendo, I have still the Turtle games. So it's just to play it on a Nintendo Switch, to fire up the Nintendo and play it on that, I think it would be a lot more fun for me and nostalgic than playing it on the PlayStation 5. So I'm excited for it. I think it looks cool. I'm sure the gameplay is smooth and easy to do, and it looks great.
Now they need to come up with a Switch that has like the 4 bandana colors on the controllers and stuff, like
Right.
on the Joy-Cons.
What's the what is it? The One Up arcade, or what's the games that you bought? Those systems where it's like an old cabinet style game. Is it the One Up? Those video game
Arcade One
consoles
Up.
you
Yeah,
bought?
I have the arcade. Yeah, One Up.
If they made one of these with the Shredder's Revenge, I would maybe consider buying it. To have the the cool.
Well, you can hack those things, Brandon, to run whatever you want. If you really wanted to go that way, they have plenty of tutorials out there for doing that.
Well, I've seen two, and I do now have a 3D printer that works. I could probably build myself a tiny little desktop.
Brandon, you know how to work wood machines. You could have done that at any point.
Yes, I do. But still.
But you have no room in that single bedroom apartment for one of these things, so.
No. So I would have to make a mini desk one where I can just put my Switch in it. So I'll just put the Switch, and I don't know how this is going to work, but no, it won't work, but it was a good thought.
What you have to do is build a tabletop size one, like a little arcade, about the size of a 64-ounce Big Gulp. Like my Dragon's Lair little mini arcade thing, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you won't, so.
No, I won't, not at all. Nope, too lazy. Too lazy for that.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Well,
that's
moving
on. Right.
Yeah.
Next thing. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. But someone out there can, and hey, if you make it, tag me in it. I would love to see it.
Well, there's a great fan game someone made a few years ago that we had covered, where they made. It's called it's like Turtles in Time, or like a variation of that. But they also went in and added every character from the cartoons in there. You got Usagi, you got Casey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a PC thing, so you can play that right on your PC and just.
Did you go over it on a podcast?
Yeah, we talked about that back in 2016.
I wasn't on that one.
That was the gaming podcast. So Andy and Bacon. Or Wesley.
Bacon, yeah.
Wesley and Andy.
Whichever one you couldn't tell apart.
It's similar. I had. So I used to break these podcasts up in like a gaming one, right, and like a regular podcast. For people who don't know, and I had Andy Bond on there and Wesley at one point. And it turns out, even though they look nothing alike and are separated by almost 20 years in age, their voices are indistinguishable. I could not tell who was talking. I was genuinely confused. I mean, you heard it. I was like, Andy. You never met Wesley, but it was like, it's just the same person talking. Like, that is so weird. And I had never put it together. But once they were on the show, I was like, oh, no. You guys sound the same. And they thought I was nuts. They're like,
I were talking shit.
Yeah, they're like, I don't sound nothing like him. And as the show was going on, I'm like, oh man, I don't know who said that. So I had to switch it to when Andy was on, I had to switch it to Bacon, or when Wesley was on, I had to just do Wesley and myself or whatever. So because I was just getting confused. So all right, that seems like we talked a lot, Brandon. We gave a lot of people their moolah's worth for this one, I think.
Right, all the money they're dropping.
Yeah. All the 3 likes we'll get. Right? Yes. And as we know, likes equal quality and wealth. So
exactly.
That's what we learned today. And we learned Brandon should never invoke Papa John's ever again. Like, what's wrong with you? I think it might be the most offensive thing you've ever done.
You said fast food. To me, Papa John's isn't real pizza. That's why I said fast food, because it's.
Yeah, but you also know Pizza Hut and Turtles. Come on, Brandon.
You put me on the spot. You said go.
Okay.
I don't do well under pressure.
We've been in some pressure-like situations, and I have seen that lost look on your face. Like,
yeah, that's fine.
I'm like, well. He's good at fighting, but this pressure thing seems to bewilder him to no end. Like,
listen, you could be the general, and I could be the muscle. All right, you could just be like, somebody zombie apocalypse. Somebody comes to our shelter, and you just go, him, and you just point at him, and then I'll go out there and I'll fight him, and then they'll leave, or
Chopper,
or
sick balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just, Brandon, sick. All right, fine. I guess I gotta go out there, and I'd have my shoulder pads with spikes on it. I'd have my whatever crowbar with nails going through it or whatever, and I'd be like, all right, it's time to end you.
Your pink bunny ears.
Yeah.
Your wife
that would be funny
the
too.
Glasses and I'm like, what is going on here? This is the weirdest fight ever.
That's how we distract him. She does the Tina dance, and then they see me in pink bunny ears. They're like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, yeah, welcome to our community.
All right, Brandon, is there anything else?
You don't
have any
if you're listening, my other stuff was
the tater thought is actually at the beginning, right? The biggest
It
thing.
is. It's the beginning.
We should start off the show. I want to move this over in the document, right? I want to put tater thoughts right up there.
Yay.
Move that. So Brandon will have that for next time. All right, Brandon, wrap it up.
Hey, everybody. Go follow me at Mega Potato Show and give my punk rock Hulk some likes so I don't cry tonight.
What if you drown in death by drowning in his own tears? That would be something, huh?
That
was it
would
COVID?
Be great.
No, just shame.
No. Just shame and sadness.
and then it's a guess over what was he shamed about. And then their criticisms. Wow, that's a hard word for me to say. Criticisms of you.
Critters.
Their internal perceptions and criticisms of you come out as reasons why you would shame yourself, right? Is it his chicken legs? Right? Is it?
I got beefy legs. I don't got chicken legs.
All right.
I worked out legs today. These things are looking thick like drumsticks.
Inability to think up a thought on command. All right. Yawns 40 minutes into the show.
Yeah, that's how it rolls.
All right. Well, I think before we overstay our welcome, we should go. So.
Okay, bye everybody.
All right, bye everybody.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe, sub, tweet, hashtag, all that good stuff.